Lilly the Beautiful. In a certain kingdom there lived a merchant. He had been married for 12 years, and during that time he and his wife had only one child, a daughter named Lilly the Beautiful. When Lilly was just 8 years old, her mother fell ill and passed away. Before she died, the mother called Lilly to her side, pulled a small doll from under the blanket, handed it to her, and said, "Listen, my dear Lilly, these are my last words to you. I'm leaving you with this doll. It carries my blessing. Always keep it close and never show it to anyone. If you're ever in trouble, feed it and ask for advice. It will eat and then tell you what to do." She kissed her daughter and passed away. The merchant mourned as was proper, but after a while he decided to marry again. He was a good man, so he had no trouble finding a bride. He chose a widow with 2 daughters of her own, close in age to Lilly. She seemed like a good match, experienced and wise. But the merchant made a mistake. The new wife turned out to be cruel to Lilly. Lilly was the most beautiful girl in the village, and her stepmother and stepsisters envied her looks. They overworked her, hoping the sun would darken her skin and the labor would make her thin and ugly. But Lilly, with the help of her doll, endured everything with grace and only became more beautiful each day. At night, she would hide away, feed the doll the tastiest morsels, and whisper, "Eat, my dear doll, and listen to my sorrow. I live in my father's house, but I know no joy. My stepmother is cruel, and I don't know what to do." The doll would eat, then give her advice, and in the morning, the doll would magically finish all the chores. Time passed. Lilly grew into a stunning young woman. Many suitors came to ask for her hand, but none for her stepsisters. Out of jealousy, her stepmother always replied, "The youngest cannot marry before the eldest." And she would punish Lilly afterward. One day, the merchant had to go on a long business trip. The stepmother moved them to a house near a deep forest. In that forest, hidden in a clearing, stood the hut of a fearsome witch who was known to eat people like roasted chicken. Often, the stepmother would send Lilly deep into the woods in hopes she'd be eaten. But the doll always kept her safe. One autumn night, the stepmother gave all 3 girls evening chores. One had to knit socks, the other lace, and Lilly was told to spin yarn. Then she blew out every candle in the house, leaving only one small flame in the girls' room. Suddenly, the flame went out. "Oh no," cried the stepsisters, pretending to panic. "We have no light. Someone must go to the witch in the woods to fetch fire." "I'm fine without light," said the lace maker. "Me too," said the other. "You go, Lilly." And they pushed her out the door. Lilly went to her little storage room, fed her doll, and whispered, "Eat, dear doll, and listen to my sorrow. They sent me to the witch, and she will eat me." The doll's eyes sparkled like 2 stars. "Don't be afraid, Lilly. Keep me close and you'll be fine." Lilly placed the doll in her pocket, crossed herself, and walked into the dark forest. As she walked, she saw a white rider on a white horse gallop past, and suddenly it became dawn. Then came a red rider, and the sun rose. By evening, Lilly reached the clearing. The witch's house was surrounded by a fence made of bones. Skulls sat atop it, their eye sockets glowing. The gate was made of legs, the latch, a hand, and the lock, a sharp-toothed mouth. Suddenly, a black rider on a black horse appeared and vanished at the gates. And night fell. But it didn't stay dark long. The skull's eyes lit up and illuminated the whole clearing. Then came a terrifying sound. Trees cracked, Leaves rustled. The witch arrived in a flying mortar, steering with a pestle, sweeping her trail with a broom. She sniffed the air. Sniff, sniff. I smell a human. Who's here? Lily stepped forward and bowed low. It's me, kind witch. My stepsisters sent me to you for fire. I know them. Well, you'll get your fire, but only if you work for me first. If not, I'll eat you. She yelled, Gates open! And they did. That night, the witch stuffed herself with 10 people's worth of food and left Lily scraps. Then she gave her a list of impossible chores for the next day, threatening to eat her if they weren't done. Lily cried, fed her doll the leftovers, and whispered her sorrow. Don't worry, said the doll. Go to sleep. Morning is wiser than evening. In the morning, everything was done. The doll had completed it all. The witch was annoyed. She had no reason to scold Lily. The second day, it was the same. Only now, Lily had to separate poppy seeds from dirt. Again, the doll did it all. That night, Lily asked the witch, Who are those riders I saw on the way here? The white one is daylight. The red is the sun. The black one, that's night, all my loyal servants. And the hands that clean the grains? Too many questions. You're lucky you didn't ask about what's inside my hut. I eat the curious. Sorry, witch. I just wanted to understand what I saw. Well, said the witch, you're wise. But tell me, how do you finish all your chores? With my mother's blessing, replied Lily. Aha, that's it. I don't like blessed girls. Get out. She shoved Lily outside, gave her a skull with glowing eyes, and said, Here's your fire. Take it to your stepsisters. Lily ran home. The skull's eyes burned brightly. When she arrived, the eyes glared at her stepmother and stepsisters, following them around the room, until by morning they were nothing but ash. Only Lily remained unharmed. She buried the skull and went to live with a kind old woman in town. There, she spun the finest thread and wove the thinnest fabric. The old woman brought it to the palace, where the king was amazed and asked to meet the girl who had made it. When Lily appeared, the king fell in love with her instantly. You shall be my queen, he declared. He married her, and her father returned to live with them. The old woman was honored, and Lily always kept the little doll in her pocket. The end. And if you listened all the way through, you're amazing.